Prince Harry launched a broadside at the King, the Queen Consort, his brother and other royals in a furious ITV interview in which he defended his revelatory memoir, claiming that remaining silent only allows the abuser to abuse. In excerpts from his book, Spare, read aloud during an interview with ITV's Tom Bradby on Sunday night, Harry wrote that his interests had been sacrificed to Camilla's PR altar. Asked if he was pretty consistently scathing about his stepmother and the press, Harry replied, "Scathing? There's no part of any of the things that I've said are scathing towards any member of my family, especially not my stepmother. There are things that have happened that have been incredibly hurtful, some in the past, some current." He accused the royal family of a really horrible reaction on the day of the Queen's death, saying the family was on the back foot and he had witnessed leaking and planting. His words came after it was reported he claimed in his memoir that Meghan was not welcome at Balmoral. In the first of several interviews to be broadcast before the book's publication day, Harry was asked if his interests had been sacrificed for those of his father, when it came to the press. Explaining the royals' relationship with the press, Harry said, "I love my father, I love my brother, I love my family." He had no intention of hurting or harming them, he said. But regarding the tabloid press, he said certain members have decided to get in bed with the devil to rehabilitate their own images. That was their choice, he said, adding, "But the moment that rehabilitation comes at the detriment to others, me, other members of my family, that's where I draw the line." He spoke of royals competing for the limelight. "William and Kate," he said, "had suffered from this from my father and stepmother, or their office." He thought, as the spare to the heir, everything would be fine with him and Meghan. How wrong I was. The very thing that William and Kate had experienced from Pa and Camilla happened to us, and happened from William and Kate's office as well, he said. An excerpt from his audiobook was played in which Harry said he and William told Charles, "We endorse Camilla. Just please don't marry her, just be together, Pa." Harry continues, "He didn't answer. But she answered. Straight away. Shortly after our private summits with her, she began to play the long game. A campaign aimed at marriage, and eventually the crown, with Pa's blessing we presumed." Stories began to appear everywhere in all the papers about her private conversations with Willie. Stories that contained pinpoint accurate details, none of which had come from Willie, of course. They could only have been leaked by the one other person present. Excerpts also revealed that, as the relationship between Harry and William deteriorated, they met Charles to discuss the situation after the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral. During their exchange, William swore on Mummy's life that he just wanted Harry to be happy. For nearly 25 years we'd reserved that soul-crushing vow for times when one of us needed to be heard to be believed quickly, Harry wrote. But, he told Bradby, it stopped me cold, as it was meant to. Not because he'd used it, but because it didn't work. I simply didn't believe him. Harry said he wanted reconciliation, but with accountability. Asked to justify writing the book, and disclosing private conversations with his family, Harry said, the level of planting and leakings from other members of the family means that, in my mind, they have written countless books, certainly millions of words have been dedicated to trying to trash my wife and myself to the point where I had to leave my country. Harry denied he and Meghan had accused members of the royal family of racism in their Oprah Winfrey interview, saying, the British press said that Referring to the well-reported remarks over the color of their son Archie's skin, he described it as unconscious bias, not racism. He also said the incident involving charity founder Ngozi Fulani and Lady Susan Hussey was a very good example of the environment within the institution. Asked if William and Kate had not got on with Meghan almost from the get-go, Harry replied, "Yeah, fair." Stereotyping had caused a bit of a barrier, he said, adding, "American actress, divorced, biracial." Harry also spoke about Beardgate, a bizarre week-long row in which Harry revealed he had to ask the Queen if he could keep his beard for his wedding, a no-no according to military rules, apparently. The Queen agreed, after Harry explained his beard was a shield to my anxiety. But he claimed William later tried to order him to shave it off. It was an heir/spare thing, Harry said, and also, he thought, because William had himself been asked to shave off a beard while in uniform,